In the hustle and bustle of life, how often do we pause and think about how we speak to ourselves? It's easy to get caught up in the noise of external pressures, the voices of others, and the constant demands that society places upon us. Yet, the most important and influential voice is the one we listen to every single moment, our own. What if I told you that your life could transform in just 5 days simply by changing the way you talk to yourself? By using a language that speaks directly to your core, a language that nurtures your being and allows you to live fully, you can create a profound shift within yourself. It all begins with how you speak to your inner self. Over the next 5 days, I invite you to embrace a new approach to self-talk. It's not about simply saying positive things for the sake of it, but rather understanding and embodying the true power of words and thoughts. By learning to speak to yourself with kindness, respect, and clarity, you open the door to profound inner peace, greater awareness, and deeper fulfillment. Let's take a moment to consider if your thoughts are the foundation of your reality. Then the words you use to speak to yourself can either build you up or break you down. Now let's explore the transformative power of speaking to yourself with the kind of wisdom and love that allows you to see life through a clearer, brighter lens. On the first day, start with the simple but powerful affirmation, I am enough. This is not a statement of arrogance, but an acknowledgement of your inherent value. We often look for validation outside ourselves, in the approval of others, or in achievements. But true fulfillment comes when we realize that our worth is not based on all factors. We are enough just as we are. The way we speak to ourselves shapes how we perceive the world around us. If you begin each day with the thought that you are enough, you allow yourself to step out of the constant need for validation and into a state of self-acceptance. Recognizing your own worth is the first step towards liberation. By embracing this, you learn to see beyond the pressures and limitations of society and connect with your true self. Reflect on the way you view yourself when you speak this affirmation. Instead of focusing on your shortcomings or comparing yourself to others, shift your perspective to appreciate your unique strengths. Let this idea settle into your being and watch how it affects your choices, your relationships, and your sense of peace. On day 2, focus on this truth: I am not my thoughts. How often do we identify ourselves with our thoughts? We believe every fleeting idea or emotion defines us. But in reality, thoughts are simply waves passing through the vast ocean of our consciousness. By identifying with them, we become attached to every transient thought, allowing it to control us. But if we detach from these thoughts and recognize that we are the awareness behind them, a profound shift occurs. By speaking to yourself with this mantra, you detach from the notion that your thoughts define you. You are not bound by the stories your mind tells. You are the space in which they arise. This realization allows you to step back, observe your thoughts with curiosity, and release those that no longer serve you. It is a liberating experience, one that enables you to choose which thoughts you want to give energy to, and which ones you want to discard. As you speak this affirmation on day 2, consider how it feels to separate your identity from your thoughts. Feel the freedom that comes from not being trapped by negative patterns. This shift creates space for growth and transformation as you begin to view yourself from a deeper, more expansive perspective. On day 3, the mantra is everything is as it should be. This idea challenges our constant desire to control and manipulate life. We often stress over the future, resist what is, or wish things were different. But what if we stopped fighting the current moment and accepted things as they are? By embracing this philosophy, we invite peace and flow into our lives. Repeating this phrase over the next day encourages you to release resistance. It asks you to trust that there is a deeper order at play, one that may not always be visible but is always present. By trusting in the unfolding of life, you allow yourself to live without unnecessary stress or worry. Acceptance doesn't mean passivity, but rather surrendering to the flow of life, knowing that every experience, every challenge, is a part of your journey. As you speak these words, allow them to resonate with you on a deep level. Let go of the need to control, and instead trust in the wisdom of life itself. This doesn't mean that you stop striving for improvement, but rather that you accept where you are in the moment and trust that all things unfold as they should. On day 4, the focus is I am part of the whole. Many of us feel isolated, disconnected from the world around us and even from ourselves. But the truth is that we are all interconnected. Each of us is a part of something much greater than we can see. When we speak this truth to ourselves, we begin to feel a sense of unity and belonging. We are not separate from the world, we are a part of its fabric. This mantra challenges the idea of individualism as a form of separation and asks you to embrace the oneness of existence. You are part of the vast tapestry of life, a thread woven into the whole. When you adopt this perspective, you begin to feel a sense of peace and connection that transcends the boundaries of your individual self. This shift allows you to let go of the fear of being alone and to recognize your role in the greater scheme of things. By speaking to yourself with this thought, you encourage a deep connection to the world around you. You acknowledge your role in the interconnected web of life and realize that every action you take ripples outward, affecting others in ways you may never fully understand. This awareness deepens your compassion, your understanding, and your sense of responsibility. On the final day, the mantra is, I am the creator of my own reality. This is a powerful affirmation that asks you to step into the role of conscious creator. Every moment, every choice shapes your experience. By recognizing this, you realize that you have the ability to craft the life you desire, not through force or manipulation, but through alignment with your inner truth. As you speak this truth, you acknowledge your agency in the world. You recognize that you have the power to change your thoughts, your habits, and your actions. You become the sculptor of your own life, shaping it according to your inner vision. This realization empowers you to take responsibility for your life and to stop waiting for external circumstances to change. The change begins within you. When you speak to yourself as the creator of your own reality, you empower yourself to shape your destiny. This isn't a call to control every outcome, but rather an invitation to consciously choose your responses, your focus, and your direction. By dedicating yourself to speaking these truths for just 5 days, you will not only feel the shift within yourself, but will also begin to see the world in a new light. It's easy to get caught up in the external noise, the judgments of others, and the pressure of societal expectations. But when you speak to yourself with love, respect, and awareness, you reconnect with your true self and align with the wisdom of the universe. Remember, the words you speak to yourself have the power to shape your reality. They can either limit you or expand you. They can create fear or inspire courage. Over the next 5 days, make a commitment to speak with kindness, with awareness, and with the understanding that you are enough, that you are not your thoughts, that everything is as it should be, that you are part of the whole, and that you are the creator of your own reality. When you begin to speak these truths to yourself, something extraordinary happens. You begin to live them. Your actions, your choices, and your interactions with the world are all shaped by the language you use to communicate with yourself. And in doing so, you become a living embodiment of these philosophies. As you complete these 5 days, carry the lessons with you. The power of your inner voice is a tool for transformation. Speak to yourself with the wisdom and compassion that you would offer to a dear friend. By doing so, you step into the fullness of your life, embracing every moment with clarity, purpose, and joy.